Hey guys, welcome back to the video. It is Wednesday, the 25th of June, and I thought I'd just get into a trade with you guys as I haven't done that for a while, and also give you an update on where we are. So what I'll do first is I'm just going to log into my VPS so I can show you the data. So haven't really traded that much since traveling. Trying to get back into it now, but what I want to show you is what has happened since. So we're currently sitting at so the profit is on 1,550. We traded some Bitcoin. It was a tough one. I will show you that. Let me go back to Bitcoin. All right, so let me show you what happened. So we actually got into a trade over here somewhere. I think we had positioned something like this. When was it? Was it Friday? Yes, Friday 20th. So there was something along the lines of, so we saw this push up over there. We kind of started looking at our first position there. We had our second there, third over there, fourth, and then our fifth was down here somewhere. So we were tapped in, pushed down a little bit more. And I think our final stop was about over there somewhere. So I'll make that red. So maybe the fifth was a little bit higher. So as you can see, we tapped into all of our positions and came very close to stopping out. I didn't do anything. I just kind of left it because, you know, that's just the way you got to trade. You can't be scared of the losses. If it happens, it happens. It just means that you didn't, maybe you didn't read the market correctly. But in this case, I did. You know, the lines I have on my chart, they're not there randomly. I put my lines based on fib, a retracement on a much higher time frame. So I know that my areas of interest are going to hold strong. And as you can see, this one, it pretty much rejected just off of that last one. I ended up closing. I'll show you where I closed everything out. I think it was about over here somewhere. We'll turn that into a green one just to represent where we closed. So this final position is always my biggest position by far. So you see, I don't even have to retrace or pull back further than the fourth position, and I'm going to be in profit. I think I closed out at about $250 profit. But as you can see, if I had left this to play out, it could have been a very big trade. And this has happened to me now, I would say maybe about 3 times since starting the 5%ers account, where I've gone into all 5 positions. It's turned around. I've closed out with small profit or kind of break even. But in every single 100% of the time, if I had just let it play out, I could have potentially taken much bigger profits. But that's not how I trade. But still worth noting that 100% of the times that I did go into that final position, I always get out, number one. And number two, I could have taken a lot more. So maybe I need to trade a little bit more aggressively with that. But I do kind of just want to get to the past on this one first. So with that being said, let me show you where we are. So you can see that we did have those couple losses which took us down. We have since come back, had another small loss, came back. So now we're kind of like climbing our way back. And as I said, I haven't really traded that much. We're still on a 73% win rate. Profit factor is up at 1.6. And I think we can actually do a lot better than that. So I'm going to be looking at getting into some trades today. I'm going to be kind of looking at more things as well. One of the things I do want to look at is news. I don't really want to be trading news because one of the issues is I have pending orders. So what can happen sometimes is a pending order can be opened because of news. And if that's 2 minutes before or after the news event, that can actually violate my account. So I have got to be a little bit more careful. And it is a note to anyone trading prop firms that have these news rules. You've got to be careful. So I always suggest looking at something like Forex Factory before you start and just see what is happening today. So you can see today we've got USD at 3 p.m. Fed Chair Powell testifies it is red folder news. So I would say that I don't want to trade any pair that is USD. So what I will be looking at is GBP, JPY, because you can see there's no GBP or JPY red folder news today. So it's going to be a pair that I can trade quite safely and not worry about that. So with that being said, let's have a look and do just a quick markup on that. So I'm going to remove all the previous lines. We're going to remove that. And I'm just going to go quickly to the daily, see what we're looking at. I would say generally we have been pushing up. So I would kind of want to look at taking a buy. So we'll just do a quick markup on this. I want to just change this to black. Get a few areas in here that price could definitely turn around. Get areas that I know are going to be kind of a little bit safer, or at least have some kind of reaction. This is what I was talking about on the higher time frame, guys. If you have some areas that you trust will have some kind of reaction, no matter what happens, if you're in your second, third, fourth, fifth position, if that is around an area where there is generally going to be a reaction on a high time frame, then you should be able to get out of that trade. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be trading off of this big move now. If I go to the 15-minute, what we can do is we can look at that. So this move over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually look at a retracement off of that. So let's say maybe my first entry could be somewhere around here. We'll look at putting that as blue. It is the 15 minutes, so it's going to be a little bit more. Okay, so let's go to the 5-minute, then we can look at that one. So maybe we can be a little more aggressive with our entry, look at entering there. Then we can look at our second entry at maybe the 76. Third entry, we can look at there. Fourth entry over there, which is safe below that as well. And then what we can look at is maybe having our fifth entry down here, even a bit further, to be honest. We can go there, and then our stop can be that area over there, which we know is the high time frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that looks good to me. Potentially move this down to the 70 there. All right, so we'll do something like that and see if it comes back, and then we'll look at getting into a trade. So our stop is going to be just below there. I like to go just below that area because we know that's where the bounce could happen. So, you want to give yourself a little bit of safety as well. First position, that's okay for me. I'm going to now remove the fib, and that's kind of what we're looking at, guys. So I'm going to be entering into this. For anyone that hasn't seen me do this, I'll show you now. So what I basically do is I go to any lot size calculator. It doesn't really matter. I like to use baby pips, and I will put in the pair that I'm trading. So obviously it is going to be GBP USD, but what they do like to know is, I'll just get ready for that. So let me just open this. I just need to see the stop first. Okay, 192.2. Right, so account balance, 100,000, risk percent. Now, if you guys are wondering why my risk percents are what they are, I'm not really going to go into that. That's going to be more for people that sign up for 0.34 memberships, which we haven't really got there yet. That will be coming later on. But I'm not going to talk too much about my risk at the moment. So stop loss, we said, what was that? 192.2. Okay, 192.2. And then we got to just say that this is GBP JPY. Whenever you're trading a JPY pair, they are going to ask what the USD JPY ask price is. So we just got to get that information quickly. USD JPY currently is 145.4. 145.4. 145.4. That's all right. Okay, so that's going to be our first one. 0.22. So we're going to go GBP JPY 0.22. I'm just going to place this anywhere as long as it's below price, buy limit, and then we can get the information for that. Okay, so let's go back to GBP JPY. We're just going to get the entry price, copy that, and then we're just going to put that in. I don't do the stop loss right until the end because I just get my positions in first. So that's the first one. Second one will be based on the next entry, which is going to be down here. Now that would be, yeah, happy anniversary. It's a wife and my's anniversary. Anyway, so 170.5, 170.5. Oh no, hold on, that was not right. Stays there. It goes 1.5 over there, and this is going to be 0.4. Calculate 0.34. Okay, 0.34, 0.34. Place that in. We just got to get the entry position. Copy that. It's a bit tedious doing this all the time, but here's what you got to do. Paste. Okay, we're in there. Now we're just getting the next position size. 147.2. 147.2. 0.5, so calculate 0.49, 0.49, 0.49. Okay, so I've got all my positions in, everything is in. I would have just sped that up. I don't want you guys having to sit through all that. So also put in my stop loss. So this is what it would look like if I just zoom out a little bit. There's my positioning. So this essentially is all one trade. Remember that, guys. It's not 5 positions. It is 5 positions, but it's one trade idea. So hopefully we'll get triggered into the first one pretty soon. Haven't got to take profit yet. Looking for about $50 from the first one. If the second one is entered, I want to get at least 100 out of it. If the third is entered, I want to get about 150, 250 out of that. So that's the target. And then from there, we just play it as it comes. Watch price and see what happens. So yesterday, I did take it was about a $55, almost $60 profit from a Euro USD trade. You can see 57, that over there. That 707 was the winning position, the position that wiped out all of the losses and still gave me about $200 profit on that Bitcoin trade I was talking about. So yeah, all looking very good. Go back to trade. What else can we go over? I think we're still only sitting on the one profitable day, but I'm not worried about that. Once we get to, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 profit, then I'll be more interested in maybe going a little bit more aggressive, trying to get that $500 in one day for the 2 more days remaining. So not worried about that for now. Apart from that, guys, yeah, everything is going to continue. Going to keep trading, and I'll try to record as many as I can until I'm back home in my usual setup. It is going to be difficult to film all the time, but when I do get back, we are going to look at potentially going live, maybe 2 to 3 times a week. So I'll give you more information on that once I know exactly what I'm going to be doing. I know you guys, a few guys on the channel have been asking for that. So it's something I will be looking at implementing. So look out for that. And yeah, thank you very much for everyone for subscribing. Hit the 100, like I said. We did have our winner, and he has claimed his prize. And I am actually going to be doing an interview with him, talking about his trading history, talking about the win, and kind of what the plan is moving forward. So hopefully we'll see him in a few weeks' time on this channel. And with that being said, the next target for me, at least, is the 500 subscriber mark. And there is going to be an even bigger giveaway. Now, I've seen a lot of channels my size, and I don't think I've ever seen any channel give away something that size. So you guys know that, giveaways are a big thing here. They do help the channel grow. They give you guys something. So it's a win-win. And with that being said, guys, 500 subscribers is my next target. So make sure if you are watching this and you're not subscribed, that you hit that subscribe button so you have a chance when we get to that point to, be in for the big giveaway. With that being said, guys, that's the video for today. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we will see you soon.